there is going to be what is called leaching. You water, it rains. There's a certain amount of nutrient that flows out of that soil and disperses itself either out of the grow bag, out of the bottom of the bucket, out of the bottom of whatever it is. You're going to have to supplement with some type of fertilizer, or instead of supplementing fertilizer, top dressing it with a couple of cups of worm castings or compost tea or compost itself to reestablish that nutrient value in that container so your plants are not suffering. And the biggest detriment to your plants is lack of nutrient on top of forgetting to water, and then you try to go both at the same time. Well, the plant's really wilted. It's really yellow. It needs nitrogen. It needs nutrients. It's been dry for 3 days. I haven't watered. It's hard to get that thing to recover and recover to a productive state that it would have been if you had not forgot to water it. The DripWorks makes great irrigation systems for containers. A container garden, dripworks.com. So it can be set on a timer. You can do, Wi-Fi stuff. You can do all these things in which you can supplement water. And you can do this.
I think that's Bluetooth, but yeah.
Bluetooth, yeah. You can do this on a patio, porch, deck, at an apartment complex. If you're on the deck of a second or a third or fourth of a condo or whatever, be sure you not water and the water drips down on the nice people below you. Put some kind of catchment system underneath your container.
Right. Yeah. So you want to think about, where you're going to plant these things. And as Joyce has mentioned, if you are in an apartment building on a balcony, you don't want to drip on your neighbors.
Also, you got to think about weight restriction if you're in some of that.
But just even if you don't have that situation, you might not want to put it, and we're going to talk about this in the next segment, like shade versus sun, etc. But you want to think about where you're going to put it, especially if it's something that might be heavy once you fill it up, because you might not want to drag it around.
Fill it up where you're wanting it to go. Well, also, you bring about the shade thing. There may be situations in places in which you don't have an option of moving it to full sun. You may only get several hours of sunlight a day based on the way the sun goes your backyard, if you're renting it on your deck, patio, your balcony. So you may have to alter what you're growing. You may not be able to grow what you want because of the less amount of sunlight that you have available that the plants need full sun. For example, beefsteak tomatoes, full sun. You can grow cherry tomatoes in partial shade, which is, 5-6 hours. So you have to adapt and be aware of what your conditions and your situation is.